Okay, there's the Cahaba River right there, and this whole section right here, back in the 1920s, was part of the county coal mine operations here. And right here would have been the tramway bed. I'm not sure what this concrete structure was right here, but the tramway line went out this way, met another tramway line, and from a previous video, the steel trestle bridge remains, the piers are over that way. So, and this right here is one of the 3 coal mines that the county coal mine operated back here. These were, they had maybe one or two slopes, and they had some drifts. But this is one of the original coal mine entrances right here, and you can see how it's been sealed for decades and decades. Either it's sealed by itself or it was sealed on purpose. But this is the actual one of the actual coal mine openings here. So, and the coal seam ran this way, ran to the south, and all the drifts and slope mines ran to the south from the north. So, but this is a berm right here built up. Still have some of the remains of the rock retaining walls built by the miners. And the tramway line would have headed right out this way to join up with another tramway line, which went over the bridge and then about near a mile up to where the coal tipple and washer was for the Central of Georgia Railway spur line that met this coal mine. All right, but this is one of the old coal drift mines right here. So, all right. Okay, one of the mine entrances is back there to the south. You've got the tramway bed remains right here. That was another drift mine entrance over there, which is all sealed. And the tramway ran past what is believed to be the powerhouse that supplied power to the mines, electricity, and also for a hoist. But I believe this was the powerhouse, hoist house remains to the county coal company, and foundations are still here, which is kind of remarkable even for that, because they usually just tore everything down. But you know, rough concrete, got a rock base right here, stone base, and this comes on down here. So, and you get the river right there below. So, pretty well preserved for it being basically about 100 years old. And actually have a sectional tramway rail right there for the wall support right there. So, but still got some of the various pipes sticking up out of the ground. So, but this, I believe, was the powerhouse to the county coal company's mine operations up here along the Cahaba River. And this is the tramway bed right here, going straight for the steel trestle bridge remains of the Cahaba River up ahead. So you can see how it's built up on both sides. So, all right. Okay, you got the remains of the powerhouse straight ahead through the trees. Got the tramway bed that ran past it out of the coal mines. You have another tramway bed that actually came down through the side of the ravine and heads off this way towards to intersect with another tramway line coming around from the other side of the ridge line. And here's where the other tramway line would be, coming from the other coal mines on the other side of the ridge, right here. And they intersected in like a tramway Y. It's like the railroads. And the bridge supports are just right down there. So, okay, the tramway lines leading from the coal mines along this side of the Cahaba River. It's hard to see with the sun and the trees and everything, but they intersected up here. And tramway line came up over here, and there was probably wooden supports here. And this is the other side of the bridge that was videoed in a previous video. The other side of the bridge was the tramway line running around the high side of the ridge line above a tributary of the Cahaba River. But this is the other side of the river where all the major coal mining operations went on. And they probably had wooden support columns right here, and then you had your steel support beams or steel support piers. So this is it. This is the other side of the river, and you can see there was a concrete base for these bridge support piers, and the other side, of course, is concrete. And hard to say when the bridge was, dismantled. Probably sometime in the 30s. But you can actually see the bolts on top. So, but this is where the locomotive tramway line would go across and way up north to the coal tipple and coal washer. So, all right. Okay, this is the other side of the ridge line here, heading for one of the other coal mine sites. And this is a raised tramway bed right here. And straight ahead would be where one of the other coal mines was. Well, of course, it's going to be closed, but it'll be interesting to see it. But this tramway goes straight into where one of the other coal mine entrances was. So, all right. Okay, that's looking north along the tramway line bed. You can see how much he had to cut out the side of this steep ridge line here above the Cahaba River. And straight ahead is one of the old drift mines. And this must have been really, really rugged to have to construct all this even back in the 20s. I mean, you got the river right there. Got a little island. And but this is one of the mine entrances here. And straight ahead is another one of the drift mine entrances here. And that's probably about maybe 350, 400 feet to the top of that ridge up there. You can see how rocky outcrops are. So this was the Nunley seam, and this is one of the drift mine openings right here to the County Coal Company's mines right here. They actually called these the Billy mines. So Tramway Bed runs on down there, but there's no more coal mines. I'm not sure, you know, about this Tramway Bed right here, the remains of it. But this is one of the coal mine entrances right here. And you can see that was sealed. That was probably sealed by the Works Progress Administration back in the 1930s, because it's just above the Cahaba River. And back then they were, one of the projects the WPA had was to seal up old coal mines to keep the coal water and sludge from draining into the rivers to pollute the drinking water. So, but that's probably a WPA seal. So, all right, and that's looking back. All right. Okay, this is just kind of wrapping up this field trip to find these mine sites of the old County Coal Company. And this is on the back side of the main coal mines of County Coal Company, and you can see in this deep ravine the remains of a tramway bed here, and there's another tramway bed going down here, and right here is a stone foundation right here. Not really sure, this could have been actually a bridge support foundation for a trestle going over the creek right here. So, but right here are the backside drift mines of the county coal mines right here. The drift mines came out here, and they were also taking coal out from this end, the far end of the ridge line from the mines. And there's another one right here. Right there. These were drift mine entries coming out the backside of the coal mines, which are roughly over 1,000 feet away on the other side of that high ridge line there. It goes up almost 700 feet. So, but these were actually drift entry openings going into the coal seam. So, all right, and the tramway bed snakes back this way towards the river, and it's halfway up on the high side of the ridge line above the river line and the small creek tributary that goes into the Cahaba River. So, all right, unexpected find. Okay, just a final video here of the old county coal mine site, which is covers a lot of acres, a lot of land. But this was another tramway bed right here. Snakes back into that deep ravine. And I'm sure there's other various drift mines back in there, according to the information, mine information. But this was one of the other tramway lines right here. And built up alongside the ravine. And it just snakes its way down towards the Cahaba River. And down there at the river, back 100 years ago, they would have had a wooden trestle that went from this tramway line over the deep ravine to the other side to where it would have been carried over to the main mining operations. But this tramway was built for the drift mines back here, the coal drift mines. And so it just snakes on around down towards the Cahaba River. But just thought I'd video this. It's a lot of steep, rugged terrain, so this was a monumental effort for these engineers and miners back over 100 years ago, or about 100 years ago, to construct all this. So, all right.